that's a tremendous looking trophy.
Hey everybody, welcome to Platinum Explosion, #1 PlayStation podcast in the Oceanias. I'm Dylan Blight. Today I'm joined by Ashley Hobley.
Yes, you are.
And that's it. Just these two-man shows. That's all we do now.
Yeah.
That's all we really
Ciaran's
need.
been on holiday, and then he
Yeah.
chucks a sickie first day back.
Yeah, and that's nothing like setting a good precedent, like chucking a sickie on your first day back at work or to work.
Yeah.
Really just shows character,
Yeah.
I feel.
Pretty much.
How rude.
That's how I feel.
Before we jump into some actual topics, because I was wondering this before, usually we're doing these and we kind of know what everyone's playing, you know? It's like when there's a big game out, everyone's playing it, and I usually know what everyone's playing. But it's been a couple of weeks since Detroit, and I know you've been done with that for a while.
Yeah.
What have you even been playing?
I haven't been playing much. I've been playing Fallout Shelter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been mucking around with that, slowly getting trophies up and settlers and stuff. And then I've tried Fortnite a couple of times.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm terrible. I haven't killed a single person yet. But yeah, not much. I guess. Yeah.
I'd love
Maybe.
to crossplay on my... Oh, wait.
Oh wait, that's a shame.
Fuck.
Oh well, your account's already tied to a PlayStation, so we could play.
I started a new one for my fucking Switch.
Yeah, you
Like a
still
lot
got
of
the old
people
one
had to do. Did you play Fallout Shelter on mobile?
though. Yeah, I did.
Like a lot, or just like...
No, for a little while when it first came out.
Well, I haven't tried it on PlayStation. In my mind, though, I'm like, I don't see this as something I want to play on the TV screen.
No, not really. Yeah,
Yeah, that's right. Does it just feel weird? Because it's
a little bit. Yeah, it's not as easy. Just the controlling, just sort of getting to all the different rooms and stuff.
And then it's like something... It's something you play... Because, I mean, it's a mobile game.
Yeah,
It's something you play while watching something else, or
Yeah.
whip out for 10 minutes to, you know, check on your people and send someone off on a mission or whatever, and then you go back to doing something else or playing another game. So I just don't understand how playing that on a console is something you particularly want to do.
No, you just check in for like 10, 15 minutes,
And close out.
close out. Yeah, and you need to close out because if you leave it resting, then everything drops down. It's
Oh,
like
dear.
it's still
Yeah, it's still running.
So you need to like suspend it, like go into a video app or something.
And as far as I can tell from little research I did, because the only reason I would have played it would have been if it was an easy platinum. The platinum's like 50, 60, 70 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no. Big old no on that one, I say, dear sir.
Yeah, I understand. But there's not much at the moment, so and it was free, so
Yeah, no, that's the thing I was thinking. I'm like, there's not... It is that, as I said last week, that weird time after E3
yeah.
where you've got all these big, huge game announcements and everyone's just talking about what's happening in the future, but
There's
what's
very little
actually
now.
out at the time, no one's really playing much stuff. I mean, Pokemon Go,
Yeah.
outside Sony circles, Pokemon Go. But I mean, big games on any of the consoles, there's not really much. Switch had tennis this past week, but I mean,
Aces.
Xbox and PlayStation, not much happening. I feel not really any huge big releases. This coming week,
up,
even.
Crew 2 is coming out this week.
Yeah, so Crew 2's out this week, which is the first big release post E3, I believe, or anything that really care about. Which even then, the Crew 2, sure, it's a big AAA game, but it's not a game that everyone's going to be playing. And then on Xbox and PC and Switch, they're all getting Crash Bandicoot this week, so that's a big release if you've been waiting on that on your particular platform. But of course, PlayStation, we've already had that. So really, it's this week, The Crew. That's cool. Luminous Remastered, I would be saying get excited about that, except for, as far as I could tell by research, it for some reason doesn't have a release date this week or in our oceanic regions.
That's not
North
good.
America. Rip off. Absolutely fucking disgusting. But I will say get excited for Luminous Remastered because that game's going to be a lot of fun. Did you ever play Luminous back in the day? No,
I didn't.
You don't like these music rhythm games?
No.
I mean, it's Tetris with
rhythm.
Yeah. Which is basically that new Tetris game that's coming out. Anyway, I guess kind of with music. Same person made it. There you go.
Yeah,
It
coincidence.
all makes sense. It all comes back. But yeah, I mean, today I got back to Detroit finally, and I'm still having the same problem, which is I'm enjoying it. Back to character I don't care about. I'm enjoying it when we get away from this fucking person. Like, I'm sick of Marcus and his mission at this point, you know?
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was enjoying Marcus at the start, but then once you get into his actual storyline, I'm like,
How far in are you?
Can I say it without spoil? Well, I mean, it's in the fucking trailer. I'm literally about to march through the streets and with Marcus and, you know,
Oh, okay.
do some sort of...
Oh, so you've turned off Marcus.
What do you mean?
You don't like him anymore.
Yeah, like I turned off it. Yeah, I don't particularly like this. I liked him pre...
For a second, I got mixed with Connor. And
Yeah, no. I liked him pre his Revolution
Yeah.
storyline stuff. You know, so it's one because you constantly switch between characters. I find myself when it comes around to a character I don't like, I'm just getting bored of the game. I'm just like, can I skip this character? I would much rather be over any other character at this point. I think it's just because it's the most stereotypical storyline of all the characters. I feel, you know, like
yeah,
robot
I
AI
understand that.
uprising. I've seen that in a million movies. iRobot was on my TV all the time growing up. You know, where's Will Smith in this thing?
Yeah,
Well, I'm missing out. So, but it's Detroit. Maybe finish that soon, and then Kingdom Hearts. But even today, I had a weird moment where I'm like, is there a big game out that I'm not playing or I don't care about? And then I had to look it up to make sure there wasn't something that came out that I just didn't care about or completely missed. I was like, no,
yeah,
there's nothing.
Looking at the games on eBay's pre-order, the next big release, in my opinion, is Spider-Man in September.
Spider-Man in September. That's well, let's say 2 months away, I guess at this stage.
Yeah,
That's still a while away.
yeah.
I mean, there's going to be games in between.
There's like a bunch of smaller stuff, but that's the next big AAA game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, usually makes sense. Post E3 is always weird time, so. But there'll be stuff like Overcooked is out in a couple weeks, a month or whatever it was. Like, there's stuff we'll talk about. But yeah, it was a weird moment today. It was like, is there something I'm missing? No, apparently not. All right, talking about E3. Our main topic this week is our last E3 talk. This is the last time we're going to talk about E3 because
Probably.
I swear we always spend like 3 episodes leading up to it. We did last year as well, and then like a bunch of episodes after it. So just being like E3, post discussion, blah blah blah. We have Jayden Prior returning for his official predictions referee, an all-round great guy segment.
Great guy.
So as always, thanks to Jayden for doing what I'm sure is a very detailed and long way to basically tell us we suck.
Pretty much
what I feel.
Going on last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, going off last year's. Check it out. 52 episodes ago.
This one is quite longer. And he said he cut
we
some
had
off. And was
more predictions this year, didn't we? So it makes sense.
Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, that's true. And I appreciate how long it is because I'm just going to read it and we'll stop at points, I'm sure, and we'll cry and be like, why are you bullying us this much, Jayden? But, you know, it's pity Ciaran couldn't be here to cop some shit too, but
yeah,
whatever.
Ciaran, you coward.
Okay, let's get into it. So, yeah, thank you, Jayden, the official referee of the Explosion Network predictions. Let's kick into it. It is finally time. Another year and another E3 has come and gone. And once again, the hosts of the #1 PlayStation podcast in the Oceanias have made their predictions. There is a lot to get through, so let's get right into it. We'll begin with the internet's second most popular trophy hunter, Dylan Blight. Who's #1?
Greg Miller, I guess.
Well, I mean, if that's what it is, I'll take it, I guess. To start off your PlayStation predictions, you said that From Software would officially reveal the game that they teased at the Game Awards. This game would be a Bloodborne sequel or spiritual successor of some sort. I don't know enough about From Software and the trash they... Excuse the fuck, me. Look at this just bad-mouthing in his thing.
It's not Borderlands, it's rubbish.
Yeah, let me talk... Do you hear me on this fucking show talking shit about Borderlands, Jayden? Fucking hell. Here I was calling you a great guy when really you're just a piece of shit. Get out of here. And the trash they make to understand just how much of a spiritual successor Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is to Bloodborne. Fortunately, however, I don't have to because it was that Microsoft show 0 points.
I would have given you a fraction of a point.
I would have got like a 0.25 for it being at E3 or something, surely. Surely. You know?
But can't argue with the judge.
I'll fucking argue with the judge.
I mean, you made it one of your Sony predictions, so.
Yellow card me, you fuck. Next up, you said that The Last of Us 2 gameplay would end the show. As confusing as Sony's conference was, I had enough of a grasp on things to figure out The Last of Us gameplay was shown first. 0.5 points. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's generous.
Yeah, but this is where when you do these predictions, if you want to be a little bitch about the whole thing, you just be like, Last of Us 2 is at Sony's conference. 1 full point, you know?
Yeah.
But is that fun?
No,
that's not fun. So I only get
Ciaran.
0.5 for the point because I did a proper prediction.
Yeah.
Fucking wait until we get to Kieran's of his bullshit. At number 3, you had that you thought Bluepoint Games would come out and announce the Demon's Souls remake. Bluepoint Games did not come out, and Demon's Souls remake was not announced. Nor to anyone's surprise was the Adventures of Bluey the Blue Point Pen or whatever game it was from Kieran's pipe dream. 0 points.
Oh, thank God.
Don't bring
that wasn't announced.
Fucking pen bullshit. Well, to be fair, no one came out at Sony's show, really.
Yeah. Reminder, we came out 4 weeks before E3 when they had announced that they were only going to show 4 games.
Yeah, these announcements in a nice time capsule before any leaks, any Sony just saying that there's only 4 games, anything like that. These predictions are in such a period that I feel getting even 0.5 of a point is quite good.
Yeah.
You know, because if we did predictions after, maybe, like if I knew they were going to show Last of Us, like, you know, when they announced the 4 games, maybe with that knowledge, I'm like, they open with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't say that now because I feel I've got the information in my head, so I can't say for sure. But, you know, it might at a different time. Next, you stated that some sort of update to the VR hardware, move controllers, or the camera would be shown. Nothing in terms of VR hardware was shown at the conference. 0 points. It hurts my soul.
Yeah.
There was VR games there shown at least. They did mention
that's
VR.
true.
It's like VR's not forgotten. Lastly, for PlayStation, you said that Rocksteady would be there, RIP, and they'd announce their new game. You had Greg Miller trying his hardest to will that into existence for you. If only he knew that you had predicted it. He would have known it wasn't going to happen. 0 points. Fucking blame it on me.
Yeah, I would. I think you're at fault as well.
I like how on their Twitter for months, you know, for weeks, months, whatever it was, they just kept, they were so sly. And then after E3, they tweeted out the whole, sorry, we wasn't there. Like, wow. You just had everyone, just say that from the start. Just be like, look, we're not going to be there. But I suppose even if they tweet out and they're like, we're not going to be there, everyone's like, sure you're not.
Yeah,
sure you're not going to be there. Wink, wink, wink,
Yeah.
wink.
I mean, they should just announce their game now because that'll. They get more press than going at E3. Arguably.
Yeah, well, I mean, are we waiting until the next E3 to see it at this stage? Like, I find it hard to believe their game's not.
Unless they're going to do like a Fallout.
Yeah, maybe.
Out in a couple of months.
Fine with that, but
Yeah.
I find it hard to believe their game's not approaching because it's been so long.
Yeah.
It's been so long.
I know. Maybe Comic-Con. That's no Comic-Con.
That'd be weird.
Assuming it's a comic book related
It
property.
has to be. I still has to be. PlayStation exclusive PSX. Boom. Done it. Well, it's not going to be at Paris Games Week.
Why not? They showed crazy stuff at Paris Games Week last year.
I suppose. Let's now move on to your predictions from the other category, where I'm pleased to announce you managed to double your score. What am I at? 0.5? So at least go up to 1 point here. You said that there would be Skyward Sword port for the Switch, Cyberpunk 2077 gameplay shown at Microsoft conference, and that EA would bring back Dead Space. Dead Space is dead, and Skyward Sword was nowhere to be seen. Both huge disappointments. But it's true. But Microsoft did have a Cyberpunk 2077 trailer at their conference. 0.5 points. That gives you a grand total of 1 whole point, which, if I'm not mistaken, is an improvement over last year's effort. Well done. Fucking hell. Thanks, Ash.
No
Thanks.
problem.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's move on to you, shall we?
Great.
Let's now see how the 2017 E3 Predictions Participant Award winner went. That was apparently an award you had. I wasn't aware that you was holding such trophies.
Yeah,
stickers.
well, technically I should have been... Oh, no. 4 of us did... Was Nick in...
Yeah, I feel like Nick did it last year. I don't know.
Yeah.
We did PSX as well, so I can't remember if he did E3
that's
or
all
PSX
confusing.
or anything. Or Paris
No,
Games
Nick
Week.
was definitely in it because he did the order.
No, that's right. Yeah.
So I had last place, so that makes sense that I get the participation.
Ashley's first prediction was that they were going to get 10 minutes of gameplay for Sucker Punch's new game, Ghost of Tsushima. The gameplay trailer was 8 minutes and 51 seconds long. I'm sorry, Ash.
So close. So close. I mean, couldn't they have just panned the landscape for a couple more minutes?
I'll give you point of a point for at least doing a proper prediction here. You know, no, this isn't just there'll be gameplay or Ghost of Tsushima. Look, doing proper predictions, and you take it. You take what you can get. I thought about adding that beautiful flute performance onto the runtime.
Yeah.
But I ended up just keeping you to 0.5 points.
Well, that's fair.
It's fair. Yeah.
I mean, a flute kind of it added to the tone of the gameplay trailer.
Did it?
It added to the internet's meme catalog.
Yeah, that's what it did add. Secondly, you said there would be a Days Gone story trailer and a release date or release window would be announced for early 2019. The release date was announced before their conference, and while there was footage shown briefly during the conference, it couldn't be considered a story trailer, let alone a trailer in general. 0 points. Once again, we get fucked.
Fucked again.
Fucked by how early they were done. But
Yeah. I mean,
Just
technically, they announced it. They did say it during the conference, during the interlude.
that wasn't really the conference, though. I mean, who knows what counts as the conference?
Yeah. I think that 5 days prior counts as the conference.
Maybe in Sony standard, yeah. Thirdly, you made the assertion that there would be God of War downloadable content announced. As soon as the New Game Plus mode was announced during the weird pre-show that was shoved in the middle of the conference, I was immediately puzzled. I imagine you meant traditional story DLC, but I couldn't be bothered to go back to the predictions episode and verify the exact wording you used. So you know what? Fuck it, 1 point. This is fucking rip-off. This is fucked.
The New Game Plus for The Witcher was downloadable content, so this counts.
It's not content.
It is content. It changes the game.
Was that announced in their thing, really? I don't even remember that.
I think it was like, yeah, at some point. But yeah, they were talking to, what's his name? Head of studios. About
Where was
God of War.
I?
Sean
Corey
Layden. They were
Barlow?
talking to Sean Layden and he just dropped it in the
I don't
conversation.
even remember this.
Yeah.
1 point.
Yes!
It should be 0.5 of a point because it's not like the DLC you meant. There's no way when you said that you were like,
Nope.
New Game Plus. You were like proper story DLC or something was what you meant.
You gotta take what you can get.
What's even worse is you made that prediction on the show when I clearly said they already announced they're not doing DLC.
Yes.
And then you said, fuck it, I'll stand by it anyway. To which I was like, you're a madman. They literally just said they're not doing DLC for this game. And somehow your bullshit move of basically holding on to a dead body has paid off. I don't understand.
Sometimes necrophilia works out.
Well, cut that one out, ladies and gentlemen. Fourthly, He said that Dreams would get a release date and its VR compatible would be confirmed. Dreams did not get a release date and NVR functionality that title has not announced. 0 points. Your fifth and final PlayStation prediction was that in the middle of the show, they were going to announce a new Team Eco game. I'm not going to even bother.
Yep, because it got released. 5 points.
Unfortunately, moving on to his predictions for the other category doesn't bring much relief. He said that a new Splinter Cell game would be announced, the Avengers project would be re-revealed, and also that Respawn's new Star Wars game would be shown. Shown being the specific word I remember him using.
Yeah, that's fair.
That awkward conversation that revealed the title of the Star Wars game to be Jedi Fallen Order definitely didn't cut it. 0 points. What's funny about that was like when you got Splinter Cell, I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
You've got a showing. You've got a shoe-in. You've got an easy one.
It's definitely going to be there.
It's definitely going to be
Walmart.
there. And then, yeah, you got Walmart fucked you on that one. They
it hadn't even been leaked yet.
Put one stinker in there. And that Star Wars thing, that was the thing.
They could have shown... I mean, technically, didn't they show the logo?
They didn't even show logo.
Was that coming after?
Yeah. They literally just had that awkward conversation in the thing. That brings Ashley to a solid total of 1.5 points. And that's with me being generous. Very fucking generous, I think. That new game DLC is 1 point is bullshit. Congratulations, friend. A much improved effort.
Infinitely better than last year.
What did you get last year?
I'm pretty sure I got 0.
Oh, well, yeah. That's why it's being easy on you with this new game DLC fucking garbage.
Don't be bitter.
And finally, we finished on the internet's favorite trophy hunter, Ciaran Marchant.
Oh, what?
He's not even here!
He doesn't even have that many platinums.
This is the most trollish shit anyone has ever done to me. To call Ciaran anything akin to a trophy hunter is disturbing.
Blasphemy.
Does Overwatch have trophies, in-game achievements?
I'm sure it does have trophies, but you have to play it on PS4 to get them.
Yeah, you fucking PC nerd. His first PlayStation prediction was that another complete nonsense video for Death Stranding would be released. He added that there still wouldn't be a release date, and it might even include gameplay. There was no release date. Let me just start off with Ciaran's predictions. There will be there'll be a nonsense Death Stranding thing.
I think there was a lot of sense in that trailer, so
all I'm going to say is if he gives him 1 point for this, I'm calling bullshit. Because let's pause for a sec. Death Stranding, nonsense video, there wasn't one. It was strictly a gameplay trailer, basically. It had like a part on the end, but not that part on the end is not like its own separate nonsense, like the videos we've seen before, right?
no.
That's what was, yeah. So it was basically a gameplay trailer. No, and there would be no release date. So at most, 0.5 of a point. And I feel like
I think you're setting it up for disappointment.
that's all I'm going to say. There was no release date announced, and it appeared as though the video contained gameplay. And as far as it being complete nonsense goes, I still have no fucking idea what that game is about. 1 point. Bullshit. Utter bullshit.
I mean,
if you don't tick every box in the prediction,
if the whole game is nonsense, can you really have every trailer be nonsense?
Look, I'm not trying to tell the ref how to do the predictions, but to get a 1 point on a prediction, you have to have everything that was said in the prediction come true. And I feel like he's biased against me. Giving you a full point for New Game Plus DLC. Giving him a point for this bullshit here. Fucking hell. Next up, he said that we were going to see Sir Daniel in a medieval gameplay trailer. PlayStation All-Star's second worst character. Fuck you. PlayStation All-Star's second worst character was not at PlayStation's E3 press conference.
It was the
in
worst
gameplay
character.
trailer form. 0 points. Your third prediction was that CG Projekt Red.
Wait, did you say CD or CG?
That I was double checking to see if Jayden, you did indeed miss a very good opportunity here to purposely write it incorrect. I was just scanning that. Would bring Cyberpunk 2077 at a launch window to Sony's show. CG Project Red didn't bring any game whatsoever to E3 this year. Although, what? Excuse me? What?
CG Project Red didn't bring any game.
Yeah. Oh, this is wrong. Holy shit. The whole time I was like, there's something wrong here. And he did write it wrong. That makes sense. I was like so confused. My mind was just so used to hearing it fucking wrong now that it's just accepted it. It's no longer CD. It is now solely CG. And that is what they will forever be known as. Didn't bring I think he means they didn't bring a game whatsoever to... Oh, now, yeah. But where was I up to? So CG Project Red wouldn't bring Cyberpunk 2077 at a launch window to Sony's show. CG Project Red didn't bring a game whatsoever to E3 because they're not CD. Now I get it. Fucking hell. Help me, Lord. Although they're bitter rivals, CD Project Red were present. Okay. I pay it now. Jayden.
Good work, Jayden.
Although my mind was literally fucking lost. It was unfortunate at Microsoft Conference, 0 points.
Yeah.
Following up, you stated that Square Enix would come out with a Final Fantasy VII Remake trailer. Square Enix did not come out, and there wasn't a Final Fantasy VII Remake trailer. 0 points. Your last PlayStation prediction was that Sony would have a traditional indie showcase, the most prominent game of which would be Concrete Genie. I'm glad he went to the effort to look up the title of that game, because I feel like when we recorded it, we were just like,
the
that
graffiti
game with the spray paint and stuff. That was BSX. There was nothing that I would consider an indie showcase within the conference, and Concrete Genie was not there at all. 0 points. I was waiting for but it was on the show floor, 0.5 points. Fucking boo, boo, boo. Get out of here. And now, excitingly, we move into Ciaran's predictions from the other category. Now, I do recall warning him against this, but for some reason he ignored me. Ciaran made another Microsoft exclusive prediction, which involved many hours of research. I may have dropped a few marks in my last exam from lack of study. Well, I mean, you don't need to do that.
See? Well, if you get a bad mark, you know who to blame. Ciaran Marchant. At your boy Ringo.
Yeah.
Tweet at him.
Put it on
anybody else who's failing their test, just tweet at Ciaran. You get an F for something, just tweet at Ciaran.
Just say, fuck you.
Just blame him. Why, Ciaran? Why?
Blah, blah, blah. But as you guys know, this was my first priority. Thank you, Jane. Thank you for your service always. We appreciate it. Ciaran said that Microsoft will have at least 3 new exclusive IPs, as well as 3 new installments from existing exclusive IPs. He added that these could be any type of exclusive, but even I can't understand what Ciaran's on about.
Yeah.
He added that these could be any type of exclusive, but like last year, I'm going to ignore that and say that console launch exclusives are not exclusives. I agree with that. I stand by that from last year. It's a thing that makes sense. Xbox had no new exclusive IPs, but they did reach their other quota, announcing Gears 5, Halo Infinite, and Forza Horizon 4, 0.5 points. Let's go. Does that make sense? Microsoft will have 3 new exclusive IPs, as well as 3 new installments for existing exclusive IP. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So Gears, Halo, Forza. Okay, Ciaran. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Look at that one. As well as this, Ciaran also said that Ubisoft will announce another partnership with Nintendo, and that Bethesda would end their fucking cheeky fuck. Bethesda would end their conference with a trailer for the new Elder Scrolls game. Fuck you. That Elder Scrolls thing is an animated text title. It is not a trailer.
GIF at best.
It is a GIF at best. It is not a trailer. Fuck off. Star Fox is in Ubisoft's upcoming game Starlink, which, by the way, I watched some gameplay of the other day. Looks cool. It actually looks kind of cool. It looks kind of fun. It kind of looks like a more fun No Man's Skies.
Yeah.
There you go.
But would you care about it if it didn't have Star Fox in it?
Maybe. Like, probably wouldn't go out day one, but like I would have enough interest to go.
Reviews, yeah.
yeah, wait to like. It's a space kind of cool animation style. I wasn't completely against it from day one, but of course having Star Fox is kind of the all right. Well, I need the ship figure at least, which means I'm getting the game for that. So might as well have it. Also, follow up before we move on. I looked at the controller thing. So there's a base thing.
Yeah.
There's the base thing that all controllers I think fit into it. So it's a base that has a platform that comes up on top of it. That is where the ship goes. And then you have to put your controller into the base. So it's designed that whatever version you get, you have to put your controller into it somehow.
How does the Switch fit into it?
Well, you just slide your controller, your nunchucks into the sides.
So it's like sideways, or I don't understand.
Yeah, look it up, everyone. Look it up. Pictures, but it made more sense when I was looking at a picture. I'm like, oh yeah, I can kind of understand what the go is here. Star Fox is in the Ubisoft's upcoming game Starlink, and while I don't consider it a trailer, the next Elder Scrolls game ended Bethesda show 1.5 points. Fuck off. You literally just said you don't consider that a trailer, and it's not. It is not a trailer. It is a GIF. It's a GIF. It is a fuck off animated wallpaper. It is not a trailer. It's rubbish. 1.5 points. Give him 1 point. Fucking hell. Well, all right. Ciaran has finished with a total of 3 points. Fucking outrage. He doesn't even play video games.
He doesn't play video games. He just plays video game.
He just plays video game.
Yeah.
This is an outrage. Absolute outrage. Which makes him the 2-time Platinum Explosion E3 predictions champion. If only Nick was included, he might have actually made this interesting. This
probably.
Just comes from all angles. Well, that's it from me until Paris Games Week /PSX. Little word of advice. Maybe next time don't do your predictions 2 months early, especially while Walmart Canada is still in business. Thank you for your patience, and I look forward to next time I can get away with abusing you under the guise of love and friendship. I, too, look forward to that, I think.
I know.
I think. Yeah. Well, once again, thank you, Jayden.
I don't think it was as brutal as last year, so.
You're
warming up to us,
Ciaran manages to win for some fucking reason.
Yeah. We'll just edit that part out.
Well, yeah, that's true. He'll never fucking know.
Yeah.
He will never know. That is true. I could do that. But there you go. That's the wrap on E3. There's the predictions as it stands. Even with Ciaran winning, we're not particularly great at them.
No.
I don't feel like I take the easy shots either, though, so don't feel too bad. Try for the interesting ones.
Yeah.
What's the next one we do? Paris Games Week, Gamescom.
Yeah, I guess so. Paris Games Week.
Yeah.
Is the next big Sony one, I guess.
Yeah. Let's do 2 predictions.
Tokyo Game Show.
Each. Because I won't be able to do anything. Let's move on to an actual topic when I can fucking find it here somewhere. All right. So the big piece of that, as far as I'm concerned, the biggest game coming out, we talked about it before, but I didn't bring it up then. As far as I'm concerned, the only game coming out this week that I really care about is the Life is Strange 2 sequel, prequel, like whatever it is.
Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit or something like that.
The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit, yeah.
Yes,
which is out tomorrow
this week?
of the day of recording.
Is it tomorrow?
Yeah. Whenever it updates. When's the PlayStation Store update? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Out this week, anyway.
Out
so
this week,
it's a 2-hour prequel / demo. I mean, they were purposely not calling it a demo because it's its own experience thing, but I mean it's basically like a prequel demo set up to. It's
like the Final Fantasy 15 thing.
Yeah, but hopefully better.
Yeah.
Have you played the first season?
I think I got 2 episodes in and then stopped for some reason.
God, Ash, why?
I don't know. I'm a bad person.
What is it with you in these games? You just stop playing them.
I know.
You never play the Walking Deads. to play Life is Strange.
I've got no comment. I've got no excuse.
Well, I'm looking for one. Please give it to me.
I know. Well, I've got time now. And there's nothing, so maybe.
Yeah, you should be playing that instead of fucking Fallout, Shelter. Jesus.
Yeah.
Do you actually want to go back? Did like
I think I do.
the Captain Advanced system?
I do want to play that. That looks interesting. So
my thing with this is, I feel like this is what it's going to be. And I mean, we'll find out later this week, and we'll probably talk about it briefly next week at some point. But my feeling is this: it's going to be like a very self-contained thing for the most part that you feel like, because they obviously want people to play it, and then they want people to want to go play Life is Strange. You know, that's the setup. They want, because it's free. So the idea is to get people intrigued enough to go actually pay for your product. So I feel like it's going to be a very self-contained story that just with very Life is Strange-y elements and gameplay, show you what they're all about. And then at the end, there's going to be some big twist or something that ties it into the first game or sets it up towards the sequel, you know, in the last 5-10 minutes or something like that. But up until that point, I feel like it's just going to be a very self-contained experience that people can get on board with, enjoy, be like, oh yeah, I like that, I like this, and then some random twist. I don't know what the twist would be at this stage, and I don't want to spoil, because obviously I know it's a couple of years old, but I feel like more people might go back and play Life is Strange now with the second season coming out, that missed it the first time, especially because this game got a lot of coverage. This awesome adventures game got a lot of coverage at E3. Like it was shown at Microsoft's stage. They were doing show floor interviews,
Square
and
Enix's
gameplay
thing.
Hey,
they showed it at Square Enix's.
Yeah, and then they re-showed it at the Square Enix thing. Yeah, and for what is basically a setup for their next game, it was weird how much coverage it was getting for this setup thing. So I feel like they're trying to do that to get people to get people hyped for the second season, get people to go play the first season. Hopefully it works. I'm excited to play this. This is the thing I'm most excited about this week. It's a 2-hour free prelude game thing. And as someone who loves Life is Strange, I am just intrigued, because if it was its own secluded story, I'd still be interested to play it, because I like the idea of if developers could make these like 2-hour short stories. Like if they could do a bunch of these Life is Strange, like Star Wars stories, I suppose, with different characters in Life is Strange universe, that'd be kind of cool. Interesting. But yeah, as someone who likes that franchise, of course the big question playing through the whole thing when it's out later this week will just be, all right, when's it tie in? What's the big secret? Something like that. If I reach the end and it has literally nothing to tie it back, I'll be surprised, but at the same time just be like, all right, well, there you go.
Yeah.
And in
maybe
all
it's just
of that,
the game mechanics. Like I know in Life is Strange there's like the rewind time thing. Maybe that's not something they're gonna do moving forward, and they want to just sort of get people used to that.
Used to it. Well, if you played Before the Storm, you got used to it. Because Before the Storm doesn't have the.
Didn't have like backtalk, something that.
Yeah, their mechanic for that game was backtalk, which was literally just arguments. So it was just a system about trying to piss people off to fight because you're playing as Chloe. So it's just you get back to it. But I mean, the rewind time system in the original one was a lot more. Well, it was very much about the story, so that's where all the sci-fi elements come in, and alternate timelines and all sorts of trippy sci-fi stuff happens in the first season. But then gameplay wise as well, you could make a decision, be like, see how it played out or how it went for 5-10 seconds in the conversation that follows, and then be like, nope, fuck that, and you could rewind time and make the opposite conversation choice, which is something of course you don't get a chance to do in your Telltale series.
No.
And that kind of stood out at the time when it first released, because it was, oh, this is like anti-Telltale. You can make a decision, see what happens, and then rewind and find out what happens with the other choice. So, will season 2 have any of the characters from the first season in it? I literally don't know. I would be surprised if it does, simply because that involves them having to pick an ending, which is the problem when you do these. Like Life is Strange, the two different endings at the end of that game are so different that I just don't see how that works. And of course, other big news with Life is Strange this week was that they did announce that Life is Strange 2 is only a couple months away. They announced that it's going to launch September 27th. And the weirdest thing I got from this was, why wasn't this announced at E3?
Yeah. Maybe they were worried it would get lost in the shuffle, but is the only thing I can think of. Or they haven't got a trailer ready, or
Yeah, well,
I'm not sure why they didn't announce it at E3. I mean, unless this Captain Spirit game is a bigger deal than we think it's going to be.
yeah.
Did they want to push it that more than they wanted to push Life is Strange 2?
That's a weird. Yeah, that's the only logical answer is, they wanted more people to pay attention to this awesome adventures game. But as far as we know, this game is meant to push people to get interested in Life is Strange anyway. So it just seems odd, weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they're worried about people. Maybe they just don't want to show a trailer because we have no idea what the story is going to be, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
Is it a bunch of different characters? Where does it fit into the world? Have they actually just picked one of the endings and rolled with it? I mean, if the game's out in September, they have a trailer. They could have a trailer if they want, is my point. So could you, and since when they announced it this week, they just put up a logo screen, it's just text, Life is Strange Season 2, blah, 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 blah. Could you not have had the Captain Awesome Adventures gameplay trailer thing, and then at end, and have that come up and say free, available, whatever date it said, and then fade to black for a couple seconds, and then Life is Strange Season 2 coming September 27th.
Yeah.
And then you would have been still doing the same conversations on the show floor. You would have been going up to places. People would have been like, so Life is Strange 2, can we talk about it? No. Okay, so about this Captain Awesome Adventures game. All right, so this game is blah, blah, blah. Like they could have just been like, no, we're not talking about it. We're not talking about it. Here's the release date. Ask me about the Captain game. If people want to know more about Life is Strange Season 2, go play this free game. So I don't feel like it ruins their E3 if they...
No, yeah.
It just seems odd.
It's an odd move.
The coolest thing I feel like they can do, though, is have a end of Captain Awesome comes up with the trailer, like when you finish the game.
That would be great.
That would be great. Then I'd be like, this is cool. This is a... Because then people who are playing it, who've never played the first season, they finish it, they're like, oh, yeah, this was kind of fun. And then straight away it's like, hit you with the trailer. Here's the trailer. You want to fucking buy this. And for people who are playing it as fans of the first series, here's your first look. You're rewarded for playing this. You look at the second season. So that could be cool. All right, we'll find out in a couple of days anyway. So
Yeah.
let's talk about Life is Strange. You've got until... Are you going to play the Captain Awesome thing?
Yeah, sure, why not? It's free.
Yeah.
I mean, I've technically bought Life is Strange already, so I mean,
yeah, I'm hoping
kind
that
of free.
If the Captain Awesome thing is good, that'll inspire you to go back and
do
the first season.
Maybe.
Instead of fucking Fallout Shelter.
No, I think I realized what it was. I watched Ciaran stream like the episode 2, and he was like, no, I didn't realize the extent of how much choices and that sort of thing you could make. So I was like, oh, do I want to keep playing with the decisions I made, or do I have to go back and restart it? But yeah,
probably just restart at this point, surely.
Yeah, it's been a while, so
if you can't even remember what you've done or something,
I have a pretty good idea of what I did. So
then maybe you keep going. It's up to you.
Yeah,
I mean, if you just keep going, you'll finish it faster. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's true.
Then the only other thing I kind of want to go over again this week, and it's not the same thing as the Fortnite last week, but the whole crossplay thing got brought up once again because of this Minecraft trailer from Xbox or Nintendo side.
Who do you think funded this? It's got to be Xbox, right?
It was Xbox, yes, I think.
In my mind, Xbox is going to Nintendo, hey, let's do this. And Nintendo's like, yeah, sure. And then Xbox paid for the ad.
Yeah, so it definitely has to be,
in my mind,
side. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't see anyone on the Nintendo side being like, we'll pay for the ad going to...
They really don't care.
Yeah, I don't think they care enough. So yeah, in case you didn't see it, there was a trailer put out because Minecraft dropped on Switch this week. And the trailer was basically play with your friends, and they talk very much about how you can play online with your Xbox buddies, etc., etc., etc. More crossplay. This is the week after the Fortnite kerfuffle kicked off, so kind of just continue to light that flame, I guess. And although it's still crossplay, I think it's a little bit. It is not a little bit. I think it's completely different to the Fortnite situation. Because the Fortnite situation is fucked, and Sony should fix that as far as I'm concerned. There's no two ways about it. They're keeping people's accounts hostage. Really. Like, they're just holding people's accounts hostage. They should just be able to let people... And that's completely different to this. The Minecraft thing is straight up just simply crossplay, Sony not allowing it. But they're not holding anyone's account hostage or anything ridiculous like that, so... But in the general scheme of thing, what do you think of crossplay? Even when you just think of crossplay, is it something that you think matters in this day and age? Do you think the whole Minecraft thing is going to fuck Sony? Do you think this is a lot different to Fortnite?
I think it's much different to the Fortnite thing. I don't really care. I mean, I don't play that many multiplayer games, so it doesn't really affect me. I mean, it'd be great if I could play, I don't know, Rocket League with someone who's got an Xbox or whatever, but it's not the end of the world. So, yeah. I thought it was interesting someone brought up about the Fortnite thing, whether it's like a monetary thing, like whether the battle pass or the whatever currency is, they get a certain different cut to maybe one of the other consoles has got a different deal or whatever. And that's why they want to keep it. Otherwise, you go to your Switch and they buy a bunch of the currency or whatever at like a different rate, and it would count towards the ones you use in the PlayStation store. I guess.
I suppose, but
I don't think that's a great reasoning, but that's a possibility. I mean, if they've got a reason, why don't they just come out and say why?
Well, it's just, I mean, it is just money. It's because people spending their money on a different console and then playing the game on their console is the reason. They just want everyone to spend money there. And that's the part that I'm like, well, that's just... You're having a conversation about if that's bad or not. I mean, that's business and they can make that decision, but the fact that they're holding people's accounts hostage when... And the most important thing of this is no one agreed to this when they made their Fortnite account on PS4 is the thing.
Well, technically they did because it was in the fine print.
It should come up, though. No one reads the fine print of anything.
Yeah.
If anyone out there actually says, "Oh, Dylan, I fucking read that 1,000,001 word bullshit," exactly. And I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they have to rectify this issue. And I'm going to be completely surprised if they don't fix this within the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I'll be surprised. And if they don't, I feel like then what they have to do is they have to add a thing that comes up when you first sign up to or sign into
a warning. Yeah.
A warning that literally pops up on the screen and says, once you link this account to your Sony, you will not be able to use this account on any other consoles or systems or whatever, however they want to word it, you know. You won't be able to use this on the Xbox or Nintendo because you can still use it on mobile.
And PC.
And PC, yeah. So something should pop up and just say, you won't be able to use this on Xbox or Nintendo for the future. And that's what they should be doing if they're not going to just do the right thing, which is just let people log in their... But anyway, but the crossplay thing, I think, the crossplay in general is a different conversation, and I'm not at the stage where I'm like, Sony is going to suddenly lose the console war if they don't allow it, because I don't think it's that big of a deal in the bigger picture, you know. It's not affecting enough people to have that bigger of an effect on the situation. Yeah. But at the same time, I remember when I saw on Greg Miller's Twitter, he had that video, or his Instagram, whatever it was, and he had that video of him and Jen and a bunch of other people, whatever, and they're all sitting around a table playing Fortnite, Switches, mobiles, whatever, and then the fact that someone could be playing on the Xbox, blah, blah, blah. And then I keep seeing people on Twitter, because Fortnite's just blowing up. Well, I mean, it's already huge, but my Twitter, it has been blowing up more, I feel, since it came to Switch. I just see it so much more on my Twitter feed than I did beforehand. And this is people just being like, well, I can get into bed and play it on my Switch with someone playing Xbox. I can get into bed and play it on my fucking mobile with someone playing on Switch in their bed, playing with someone on an Xbox, with someone playing on a PC. You know, it's just... It wasn't until a stage where I saw that video and I thought about it.
I think it's pretty clear people like playing games in bed.
But it wasn't until I saw
Get
that
on
video...
that, Sony. You need some sort of handheld device.
Yeah, well... When I saw that video on Twitter, like of all them sitting around a table just playing on all these different devices and playing together, I was like, that's actually kind of fucking cool. Like, the idea that... Because I think the story was Jen, his wife, was like, oh, I don't have it. But she just downloaded it on a mobile phone right there and there. Greg pulled out his Switch. Whoever else grabbed this Switch. And it's just like, all right, we can all team up and play. And that's cool. Like, technology-wise, that is cool. That's a stage in the world of gaming that everyone can just whip out a bunch of different consoles, systems, and all play together. You know, we're like, oh, I've got to have 4 fucking PS4s in this house to be able to play this game together, which is absolutely ridiculous. But so other than Rocket League, has there ever been another game or a period in your life where someone's wanted to play something with you and you just couldn't because of like different consoles or anything like that?
I guess Halo, but
well, yeah. Well, I mean, at that stage, you need an Xbox or you want Halo to be. I think that's a little bit different.
Yeah. Why don't they have it on PS4?
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Did it actually sell?
Was it not until recently did I ever think about crossplay? Until like the last 2 weeks, I suppose. Have I ever thought about crossplay as a real scenario? And I know Rocket League has been doing it for since the get go. And I'm sure there's other games, but because I never played those and they were never huge in my ecosystem on social media, I just never was like, oh yeah, that's cool, you know. Or even like Rocket League's not on mobile phones and all this other stuff that you see linking up, like literally everything. Fortnite is on like fucking everything, so it just works. But up until recently, yes, I've never thought about it. But then there has been periods in my life where I would say like, oh yeah, it'd be cool if we could play together. But it was just a thing that you never spent 2 seconds thinking about because for all of history, it was just that will never happen. That's impossible.
We're always segregated.
Yeah, we're always going to be segregated. But you know, there was always games like Battlefield games, or like even when the first Destiny came out, I was playing it with one of my friends on PlayStation, but I knew other people who were playing on Xbox, and we all wished we could play together, but we couldn't. But you know, with all this crossplay talk in the media these days, and what's happening, I'm like, well, like, it's not going to happen tomorrow, but maybe in the future we'll get there, and it would be cool. Because it would have been cool when I first got Destiny if I could play with other friends who were playing on an Xbox. It would have been cool if when I was really into Bad Company 2, I could have been playing Bad Company 2 with people on Xbox, not on PC, because I think they have like the bigger maps and stuff. So then it's like, well, that's not really going to work. But feasible, you know, Xbox and PlayStation would have been cool, I feel. But you know, in these past couple of weeks, I've just been thinking like that would be cool. It's just one of those things I've never spent 2 seconds thinking about because it's just impossible. It's like it just seems so unrealistic until recently.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even give it like 2 seconds of a thought, I guess. But yeah, maybe. I mean, there's going to be 1,000,001 articles about it in the future, so we'll see how we go.
Smarter people than us are talking about it, so.
Oh, how rude.
Well, I'm sure there's smarter people than us, so.
Yeah, I mean, there is.
I mean, there's a ton of people dumber than us. Like,
yeah, there you go. Thank you. Just sit us in
so many.
Sit us in the middle ground. Thank you. That's what I want.
Like Ciaran, for starters.
Thank you. There we go. That's what we want to hear.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for joining for another episode of Platinum Explosion. This is the Explosion Network's PlayStation podcast. As always, you can follow this show on Twitter at Plat Podcast. You can follow Explosion Network on at Explosion Pod. Head on over to explosionnetwork.com for all the other great content and podcasts and many shows and reviews and articles and whatnot, things that are happening. Head on over to twitch.tv/Explosion Network for early late nights and gaming shenanigans and reacts and all that sort of stuff. Make an iTunes account, rate show 5 stars. If you don't want to make a iTunes account, just share this on social media, tell a friend to listen to it, something along those lines. That would be great.
Shout out in the street.
Shout it literally out your window. Stop a random person in the street.
Stop your car in the middle of an intersection and
just yell.
Yo, what? Listen to Platinum Explosion.
Very, very energetically out the window. Yeah, shout that. You can head on over to our Discord, explosionnetwork.com/Discord. Join our Discord. In there, have gaming discussions, movie, TV, all that sort of nerdy goodness discussions. You can also talk about trophies on there, and there's a section to submit questions or comments, concerns, all them beautiful things. Follow me on Twitter at Vivaladil, VIVALADIL. Where can people follow you, Ash?
You can follow me on Twitter at Ashley Hobley, SHLEYHOBLEY. It's a thing.
Till next week. Hope all your trophies are glitch-free.
Hey, Ashley here to let you know what you need to know about the Explosion Network in June 2018. Pleasure Explosion is coming to an end. On Thursday, the 21st of June, the Explosion Network's original podcast will play that signature guitar riff one more time as we retire the show at episode 69.
Nice!
If you have any favorite moments or questions or even random topics, it's Pleasure Explosion after all. Throw random shit. Tweet them at ExplosionPod with the hashtag Pleasure69 or email us at pleasure@explosionnetwork.com. June means E3, so make sure to check out explosionnetwork.com for all our E3 coverage and react. Tales of Theldon's whole first season is now available to binge listen to. Is that even a thing? Our D&D audio drama is available at explosionnetwork.com, iTunes, and all other good podcasting services. Thank you to everyone who's listened, and if you haven't yet, now's the time. If you're watching Westworld Season 2 at the moment, make sure to follow our Twitch at twitch.tv/Explosion Network for Bevanworld, our Westworld after show where we break down every episode. Watch live on Twitch or find it on YouTube at youtube.com/Explosion Network and podcast services including iTunes the day after airing. And of course, you can find all our other great podcasts, articles, and other explosive content like What Do You Want to Watch at explosionnetwork.com. So until next time, keep consuming our content, I guess? Do they actually glitter on the PlayStation store?
I said glitch! Stop with your shit.